Okay, hello everybody and welcome to Hirakata City here in Osaka Prefecture. And as you can see, I am here at Nagao Station. And the code for this station would be JR-H27. And this is for JR West, Japan Rail West on the Katamachi line. And it's also known as the Gakkentoshi Line. And so the rapid service, the regional rapid service and local trains stop here. And the trains come from, as you can see here, they come from Matsui Yamate and go toward Fujisaka. And if you take the rapid service, it would skip Fujisaka and go directly to Kawachi Iwafune, which would be in Katano City, in the next city over. As you can see, there are bus connections right outside, which connect over to Hirakata Station on the Keihan bus. This train station opened back in 1898 on April 12th. So a very, very old station here. And in 2018, about 11,500 people passed through here every day. So as you can see, it's just one island platform with two lines. Here on the right side is platform number 2, and on the left is platform number 1. So platform number 1 is for trains going toward Kizu Station in Kizugawa City. And right here on the left is platform number 2, which would be the trains going toward Kyobashi in Osaka City. Okay, so we're going to explore the area here around the station. Just first impressions, it looks like a very nice station, very modern, new and clean. And this is a Thursday afternoon. It's a very beautiful day. And of course, it's not so busy at this time of the day. So yeah, very nice station. Very new, modern, and clean. Okay, so let's go outside the station and explore and see what's here. Okay, so let's go. Okay, so let's continue our walk. And we're gonna go out the east gate here. So you can see it's a really nice station. Even the smell, it smells quite new. So everything looks really nice, well made. So here you can see the information for the stops. And then these are the timetables going towards Kizu on weekdays and Saturdays, holidays here. So there are a lot of trains that come through here. And then this is for Kyobashi on weekdays and Saturdays, holidays. And there's the train. Again, this is the Gakkentoshi line on the JR West line. And it runs between Kyobashi and Osaka. And continues to Kizu Station in Kizugawa City in Kyoto Prefecture. So especially if you work in Osaka, and especially on the Kanjo-sen, the loop line, this is super convenient. You can take this train into Kyobashi and then connect to the loop line. So right here next to the station along the tracks, it's this pedestrian walkway. You can see it's marked for pedestrians and for bicycles. And so here's the plan. Right here close to the station, we're going to visit a temple, a cemetery, a shrine, and then a tomb. And then we'll stop the video and we'll go and see some nature. So actually I believe this is the first temple that we're going to visit today. Right here next to the station. Nagao Yama, which is mountain, Nagao Mountain. And you can correct me if I'm wrong on the reading of this, but I think it's Shoshunji, maybe. Shoshunji Temple. So of course, Buddhist temples have a lot of statues here. But this one also has Mickey Mouse, Hello Kitty, a lot of cartoon statues. Interesting mix of very old religious statues mixed with Pikachu, for example, Doraemon. Very interesting. You don't see that every day. Okay, so this is my first time here. We are seeing this for the first time together. So again, I may make a wrong turn, or I don't know what's going to happen. Irashaimase. Kind of means welcome. Lots of statues. Looks like the bell tower. And again, more statues. So I don't have a lot of information about this temple. It is super close to the station, as you can see. And as you can see, they're doing construction. And there it is. Looks like the main temple. So there's a nice garden over here. But they have this closed for today. So we'll walk around the garden, kind of the grounds here. Here's some information about this temple here. Again, I believe the name is Shoshunji Temple. And looks like we are entering a cemetery. And that was another thing I wanted to show you. And I have to double check this, but I think the name of this is Nagao Reien. I'm not exactly sure what Reien means. It could be I think it means cemetery, maybe. But anyway, if you've watched my other videos, maybe you know that in Japan, the traditional marriages are done in the Shinto style, and the funerals are done in a Buddhist style. So this is a Buddhist temple, and that's why there's a cemetery here. So I'm not going to go in. You can kind of get the gist of what it looks like from here. I want to be respectful, and yeah, maybe in the future, I don't know, I may do a video actually going into a cemetery, doing a visitation, and kind of showing all the meanings of everything here in a Japanese cemetery. So please stay tuned for that. And the most important thing is I want to do it in a respectful way, and it's obviously a very kind of sensitive topic. And I just want to be very respectful and do it the right way. It's really peaceful here, even though we're just 2 or 3 minutes from Nagao Station. I feel like I'm in a different world. Like a picnic table. And this is probably a wisteria. Fuji in Japanese. And so they call it Fujidana. It's this kind of support system here. And in late April or early May, they'll be in full bloom, and they're super, super beautiful, and they just kind of hang down. I think they're kind of purple color or dark blue. So yeah, this is it here. The Nagao Reien, I guess, would be the cemetery. Hirakata City, Shoshunji, the temple here. So just one more look. I guess this would be the central entrance. And it looks really, really big. Okay, so this is really rare. You don't see a lot of Buddhas in a reclining position like this. You see this more in Southeast Asia. So this is really rare. And of course, Buddha's feet are kind of considered kind of sacred. So you can see his feet. Wow, this is a really impressive temple. Much better than I expected. So maybe kind of cleaning the heart, the spirit, is what that said. So yeah, lots of statues here. And again, I don't have a lot of information about this temple, but it really reminds me of maybe temples that you'd see in other Asian countries. It doesn't really feel like a pure Japanese style. So many statues. And there it is, Shoshunji. Nagao Yama. So I guess this is a mountain here, Nagao Mountain. And there it is. Okay, so that's Shoshunji Temple. And I'm going to stop recording now. I'm going to check my map. I think there's a shrine not too far from here, and then there's a tomb not very far. So I'll check my map, and then I'll start recording when I know where I am. Okay, see ya. Okay, so welcome back to Nagao, and we're really close to the station. As you can see, the train is passing by there, and that's Shoshunji just across the street there. So that's where I left. I basically just crossed the street, and here I am. And here we are at Sugahara Shrine. And so there are actually a lot of Sugahara shrines. There are a lot of Sugahara shrines. And this is the one for Nagao. And I'm also making a video at Osaka Station. I think there's another Sugahara shrine there at Osaka. Again, I've never been here. It says it's about 100 meters ahead. So let's check it out. Sugahara Shrine. And again, I couldn't find much information about this place, even in Japanese. And again, if you walk directly from the station to Sugahara Shrine right here, it would be just 5 minutes maybe. So there's a lot of history right here close to the station. And again, the other that was the temple, Shoshunji Temple, and this is a shrine, a Shinto shrine, Buddhist temple, Shinto shrine. The two religions more or less coexist peacefully throughout the ages in Japan, which would be a very good example for the rest of the world to follow. Again, cleansing of the heart, or the soul. There it is. The Sugahara Shrine. And here in the middle, Hyakudo Ishi. And I'm not exactly sure what it means. It translates as 100 degrees rock, I guess. 100-degree rock. So I'm not really sure the meaning of that. But if you watch my video of Okami Shrine, one of the Hirakata 8 scenic spots, that shrine also has that exact same stone. Of course, the Emma, people writing their wishes. Okay. I don't know how disrespectful that is to zoom in inside the altar. Anyway, let's take a quick look around. Looks like there's a lot of parking, so maybe it gets really busy here. Those are the rules. Maybe no lighters. No fires, don't throw trash down. So if you have any information about Sugahara, these shrines out in this area, Fujisaka, Nagao, please let me know. A pretty nice shrine. I was just about to say I'm the only one here, and then there was a lady. Let's see, it looks like there's one more maybe auxiliary shrine, but look at this parking. This is very rare in Japan, especially at a temple or a shrine. So maybe this is for water? So again, Shinto is a polytheistic religion. There are many gods for everything, especially in nature. All right, well, I think that's a quick look around Sugahara Shrine. Let's go back to the middle. And like I said, there's a really famous tomb here, and it's not very far. I'm gonna walk over there and check it out, film, and then after that we'll see a little bit of nature in this area. So it's quite a lot right here next to Nagao Station. Good combination of some temples, shrines, history, and nature. So anyway, very nice area, Hirakata City. Okay, so please stay tuned. I'll see you soon. Okay, so here we are at a very important place here in Hirakata City. And this is the burial tomb of a famous scholar, and his name is Wani. So here's some explanation in Japanese. And so Shinseki Den Wani Haka. So this is the burial tomb of the scholar Wani. And again, I don't have a lot of information. I have some information about Wani and who he is. But look at this building. Look at those colors. This is not Japanese at all. This is definitely Korean style. It's really beautiful. You don't feel like you're in Japan right here. And so here's some information, but this is about maybe the friendship that the two cultures share between Japan and Korea. And so here's what I know about Wani. He's from South Korea, and obviously that's why there's so many things here about Korean culture. And here's some information. You can pause it if you can read the Japanese. Den Wani Haka. So Wani was a scholar. And maybe this is his tomb. And I'm going to kind of give you the lowdown. I did some research on this before coming, but this is probably not really his tomb. It's up for debate. A lot of things are unclear because just how long ago it was. But you can see this stone here. That's not very typical of this kind of tomb at that time in history. And then there are some other documents that have been found that refer to him as Oni, maybe, which is another reading. And so it's not really clear. You know, is this really his tomb or not? But either way, this is a very important place to pay tribute to Wani and his contributions to Japanese culture. And maybe one of his biggest contributions to Japanese culture is the introduction of Chinese characters. And so I think all these pictures here will show maybe the cultural events that have been held over the years between Japan and Korea. I believe there's a map, but maybe he came from the southwestern part of Korea. Maybe little character of Wani. So yeah, maybe Wani is kind of a bridge between Korea and Japan. Both cultures really regard him very highly. So it's always cool to see two different countries, two different cultures, to find a common link and to really celebrate that and use that as a way to come together. And then here's the first chapter of one of his books, and it's actually written in Korean, Chinese, in Japanese, Korean, and English. But right here in English, you can see Dr. Wang Yin came to Japan carrying 10 volumes of Rongo and 1 volume of Senjinmon from Paekje on the Korean peninsula at the end of the 4th century. He greatly contributed to the cultural development of the Asuka period. Since then, he has been revered as a founder of Japanese culture, and from the Edo period, his grave has been sacred for Japanese people. This epitaph is the first paragraph at the beginning of his book, Rongo. And then also here, there's some English. It says, "We dedicate this commemorative monument to eternally honor Dr. Wang Yin, our great father of Confucianism to Japan, for his teachings of humanity and virtue through Senjinmon and Analects of Confucius." So maybe he also introduced maybe Confucianism and a lot of things. This is really interesting. This is the toilet. Even the toilet is done in a Korean style. Looks really nice. And so I don't think there's anything back here, but they've just got kind of like an open area, almost like a park. And you can see an open area back here. Then there's one more monument right up here. So this was about a 10 or 15 minute walk from Sugahara Shrine that I visited. So not very far. And there you go. So anyway, this is the burial tomb of Wani, as it's a very important place. And again, even though maybe it's not the real burial tomb, maybe we can still appreciate his contributions to Japanese culture and in Japanese history. Okay, so that does it for the historic part of Nagao Station. We're going to visit 2 more places, and they are connected to nature. So when I get there, I'll start filming again. Okay, see you soon. Okay, and welcome back. And as you can see here, there's a very big pond or lake here. It's called Oike in Japanese, which would, if you translate literally, it would be a big pond. And so this is Oike, and it's not too far from Nagao Station. In fact, the train tracks are just back there. So anyway, you can see there's a little walking path here, and then you can see a river just to the left. And that is the Funahashi River, or Funabashi River, depending on how you read it. And I think it may also be called the Hata River. But anyway, it's kind of a natural area here. Very big lake and river. Of course, you can see the mountains in the distance. We have rice fields. And Nagao Oike. So it's kind of maybe a historic road, maybe? Some kind of memorial. So there's Oike, and then let's go down and take a look at Funabashi River real fast. So let me just give you some more information about Nagao Station, some other things that are not in this video but are close to the station. Osaka International University, the Hirakata campus, is really close. The Osaka Institute of Technology, Hirakata campus, is also not too far away. Also Nagao High School, Nagao Dani High School, Kansai Midai Bank, the Nagao branch is here, Hirakata Furniture Complex, let's see, and Hirakata Kosai Hospital, and I saw the sign really close to the hospital, close to the station. And then of course for roads, the Daini Keihan, the expressway is really close, especially the Hirakata Higashi interchange, which would be East Hirakata interchange. It's kind of hard to see the river. And then also there's a prefectural road 17, which runs between Hirakata and Takatsuki, is really close. And then prefectural road 735 running between Nagao and Yawata. And finally prefectural road 736 between Katano and Kumiyama is not very far from here as well. So not the most beautiful river, but it's one of the 4 rivers here in Hirakata. Of course, the Yodo River is the #1 most important. The Amano River, Funahashi River, and there's one more. I can't remember right now. So anyway, this is the area. It's very rural and peaceful, but not very far from the station. So that's a little view of Nagao Station. Alright, so I hope this was interesting for you. It was my first time to come to Nagao Station and really explore this area. The station looks really, really beautiful, and it's very convenient if you're going into Osaka on the JR line to connect to the loop line. So it looks like a peaceful place to live, and convenient to get in and out of Osaka, and maybe even up to Kyoto as well. So anyway, hope you enjoyed it today. We saw a lot of nature, history, culture, and the train station itself. Again, this is Nagao Station on the JR Gakkentoshi Line here in Hirakata City in Osaka Prefecture. If you like this video, please click like, subscribe, leave a comment down below, and please give me some feedback if you have anything to say. Okay, thank you so much. I'll see you next time.